The X Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X Zone Radio Show or endorsed in any manner by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, the X Zone Broadcast Network, its affiliated networks, stations, employees, or advertisers.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the X Zone on the Talkstar Radio Network, X Zone Broadcast Network, UK High Definition Radio, Euro High Definition Radio, Star Cable, and starting next Monday on xzonetv.com. If you'd like to send us an email, xzone at xzoneradiotv.com, on MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv at hotmail.com, and our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. X Zone Nation, my guest this hour is Catalina. And Catalina is an angelic counselor who carries the starseed electrical energies to spark our lives here on Earth. She sparks our lives by creating inspirational art that contains specific vibrational energies for us to receive, and she serves as an angelic counselor who conducts angel reading, energy, light healing sessions for individuals and groups. She is the author of the book Becoming an Angel, Dancing Through the Veil, plus a spiritual teacher who teaches via teleseminars, radio interviews, and live audiences. Catalina's Earth training includes 22 years of studies and practical application of A Course in Miracles, religious science, Scientology, quantum mechanics and physics, yoga, cosmology, and energetics. On an ethereal spiritual level, Catalina has been in conscious training and study with her personal angelic guidance team for the past 10 years. Catalina serves as part of the Guardian Alliance's task force on Earth to assist and serve humanity as a live angelic being who shows the ways for others who are making their entrance into their human angelic self. Joining me now is Catalina. Hey, Catalina, welcome to the show.
Hi.
You know, I was telling you before we started that you have such high energy. Where does it come from?
Well, this is a gift that is sparked through me. It is part of me. Mm-hmm. It is part of my divine heritage. And it is one of the gifts that I bring forth to this planet.
How long have you been an angelic counselor for? For the public, since 2005. I brought my gifts out through an angel store that I created and opened, and it was located behind the Burbank Airport in California. And that is where I started. I opened up the store because I wanted an expression of who it is that I am. And then I hired psychics to work in the store to give readings. Mm-hmm. And the psychics kept blowing out, meaning they'd say, oh, I can't work here anymore. For some reason, they'd leave. And all of a sudden, I had to step forth and be the one to give the reading. All right, you and I are going to have a little bit of a cliffhanger here. I have to take a commercial break. Please stand by. X Zone Nation, Catalina, the angel counselor, is with us this hour here in the X Zone. Her website is catalinasangels.com. And Catalina and I will be back on the other side of this 2-minute commercial break. Don't go away. Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi, you can still listen to the X Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell, The Science of Magic with Gwilda Wiyaka, X-1, Dimension X, Space Patrol, and every minute of the X Zone Broadcast Network by calling 213 1-800-401-0080, courtesy of Audio Now. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan and it's free if you have unlimited minutes. Call 213-401-0080 to listen on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Remember 213-401-0080 for the best of the paranormal, parapsychology, and sci-fi radio programming anywhere, 24/7, 365. Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies.
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows.
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
Hello, I'm Justina Marsh, and with my dad Pete, we are going to present a new show called Too Good to Be True. Together, we are aiming to discover more truths about this world and beyond. Do you have unanswered questions about the world? Do you ever wonder about aliens, conspiracy theories, or the universe? There are many shows discussing subjects such as pyramids or UFOs, but we want to relay this information based on our own research, including from spiritual means. Hopefully, listeners will be helped with their own beliefs and will appreciate the psychic insights that add to the previous research and information. We both look forward to sharing this insight and beginning this journey with our listeners. Visit xzbn.net for more information about when to listen.
Exonation, the angel Councillor is with us. Her name is Catalina. Her website is www.catalinasangels.com. And Catalina, before we went to the commercial break, you were telling us about this angel store that you opened up near the Burbank airport. You had hired psychics to come and work for you, and they were just getting blown out, and they were quitting, and you found yourself alone and having to do the readings yourself. Now, what happened?
Yeah, so that's what happened. And then I felt, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to run the store and I'm supposed to do these angel readings. Well, as the universe ended up taking care of it, the whole shopping plaza did not succeed. So none of us business owners succeeded either. And so shortly thereafter, I ended up moving to the seaside in Ventura, California, which is in between Los Angeles and Santa Barbara on the coast. And I gave private angel sessions there. And I started to understand more about my gifts in that arena, so to speak, because I wasn't necessarily called forth to be like a pop psychic. And I was called forth to bring pure angelic sessions for people, and it wasn't necessarily what their egos wanted to hear, but what was coming forth is what their souls wanted to hear. So the soul essence of a being wanted to hear. So what I was taught in essence is sometimes to have to move a person's ego self, which is still a beautiful part of who they are, but kind of gently move that aside to give a fuller angelic reading that's more of a pure sequential tone, so to speak, just on a higher spiritual level, rather than, oh, hey, when am I going to meet my next romantic partner, or when's my house going to sell? Even though that's all nice and dandy, my services and what I found myself doing was at just much higher spiritual levels for people.
How did you know, or when was it brought to your attention by angelic forces that you were to do the work that you do with the angels?
Well, it's been a long evolution in arriving at that. It started out when I was in my teens and in my 20s, where people were giving me angels, like the little, knick-knack angels.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out why everybody was giving me these angels. I wasn't even into angels. And next thing I know, I ended up with an angel collection. I ended up having an angel room. And then there, in essence, I had the angel store. And then I ended up being an angelic counselor. It was nothing that I had ever imagined that I would be doing. And as a matter of fact, I was on a path of working more in the performing arts as an actress and model. That was of way more interest to me. And though I kept on, it just seemed like this uphill battle, trying to succeed in, quote, Hollywood. And even though I was really good at being an actress and a model, no one could ever figure out how to cast me or what to do with me because of my energy. And so I often felt like this big failure, so to speak, because I never landed that big money successful job in Hollywood. I had little bit parts and small parts and that type of thing, but nothing where you're like, woohoo, I made it. And so it was very frustrating to me. And finally, when I started integrating my angelic self into who it is that I was, then I started finding out that what I really wanted to do in, the performing arts area was to incorporate that aspect, the divine aspect within the performing arts. And I seemed to have a much better fit with that aspect. So more like spiritual cinema, so to speak, was much more attractive to me once I integrated those two areas.
All right, now here's a question for you at this time. What does integrating into your angelic human self really mean?
Yes, this is a very interesting question for myself and for each and every person here on Earth, because it's a unique process for everyone. And how my process went isn't necessarily how another person's process goes. Though I can share with you some specifics of how it went for me, whereas like I was guided to purify my physical body, so to speak, and through foods and proper waters and nutritional supplements and the highest vibrational foods, meaning organic fruits and vegetables and the all-natural food supplements rather than synthetic. Everything had to be, it's like everything within my energetic field was purifying. And we can do this on a conscious level. We can consciously make these choices to purify our physical bodies, because that's one of the bodies that, we are able to manipulate, so to speak, on the earth, meaning we've got control of what we put into our physical systems. And so, so that would be one thing, that how I was able to integrate, because the more I purified my body and was doing gentle and kind things like practicing yoga, being a part of the highest vibrational spiritual groups, which contained unconditional love frequencies, where those type of energies floated through, groups that I was a part of. That was helping me purify myself and getting into who it is that I really am.
How does a person actually connect with their divine angelic human self?
Okay. A person can connect by simply one thing they can do is call it in. We are all naturally divine, human, angelic beings, though many of us, including myself, were not taught that when we were small and growing up. And we all have, every single one of us on this planet, have a divinity nature within ourselves. And it is this divinity that one calls forth through, can be spiritual practices. I'm not here to tell people how to go about doing it, though it is for someone to tap into their most authentic self. And that includes being truthful with who it is that you really are, bringing forth what is really true for you and not fooling yourself about things. So, and one thing you can get to which can help you tell the truth about your angelic self is you can ask yourself, does this feel good to me? So you can ask yourself in a particular situation, like, should I go to the dance tonight? And you can check in with yourself. And you could say, and does it feel good to go to the dance? Or are you going to be politically correct or socially correct or because you want to network or whatever? But are you really going because it really feels good to you to go to that dance? And checking in with the purest vibrations of your innermost self is one way to connect into that human angelic part of you. Does it truly feel really right and really good?
All right, so I guess it's that old Shakespearean phrase, to thine own self be true.
Yes, that is important. And then, as true as you can be to yourself, and that truth becomes more and more exposed as you continue to remove the layers of what I refer to as the veil. And the veil is simply a parameter that we've all been, given here when we were born and grew up through. People said, oh, well, this is how it's supposed to be, and this is how it's supposed to go, and you're supposed to go to school here, and then you're supposed to grow up and get a job, and this is what you have to do, and have a family, and, and these types of things, whereas these things are all great and they are all beautiful, though there's a lot more to this part of our human selves and these divine human parts of ourselves that many of us have been cut off from. And the energies are here now for us, meaning there's energies on the planet that are working with us now as our human selves that makes it a bit easier for us to see through the veil of, what we were taught or what we thought, how it goes. We're able to puncture this veil and see beyond that. And it's getting easier now for many, many people, which is really nice.
Stand by, Catalina. You and I have to take our news break at the bottom of the hour. Exonation Catalina is our special guest. She's an angelic counselor. Her website is www.catalinasangels.com. That's www.catalinasangels.com. And we'll be back on the other side of the news as the X-Zone continues from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. My name is Rob McConnell. We'll be back on the other side of the news with our special guest this hour, Catalina. Don't go away.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies.
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows.
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net. So Nation, speaking about angels, we have the angel counselor with us, the angelic counselor. Her name is Catalina. Her website is www.catalinasangels.com. Catalina, tell us about your most recent revelation about your angelic mission duty here on Earth.
Okay, well, that's a humdinger.
I love humdingers.
All right. So it was March of 2010, and I was attending a Starseed teleconference that I'm a part of the community of. And during the teleconference, it was announced that 3 people were being released from their Indigo 3 contract. And I thought, well, that's interesting. And I was trying to remember, what's the Indigo 3 contract? What's the Indigo 3? And I couldn't remember. And all of a sudden, I was very busy trying to, find the exact answer to what is an Indigo 3. And I was up all night, researching, trying to find it. And I couldn't quite find the right specific answers that I needed. So a few days later, I was in the bathtub taking a relaxing salt meditative bath. And all of a sudden, in the meditation, I received notice that my birth contract is complete. And I thought, birth contract? What's a birth contract? Wait a minute, wait. What does that really mean? And all of a sudden, the birthmark on my lower back started burning, which was the most interesting sensation because I'm in the water. So I'm kind of grateful that I'm in the water because my lower back, upper butt is on fire right now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is something. So, and then I thought, oh my gosh, my birth contract is complete. And I thought, well, that's nice. What does this really mean? Well, later that evening is when I was able to find the appropriate information as to what an Indigo 3 contract really meant, which was another way of saying my birth contract. Now, one thing I'd like to explain to the listeners, many people have heard of the term indigo. Simply means, it's referred to as a color of an aura around a person's body. So indigo is the blue-purple color. And many of the indigo books and films, and it shows the indigos as having, psychic skills.
Yeah.
They're really, good at doing painting or, they've got exceptional skills. And people just think, the indigos, are these highly skilled beings. Well, what indigos are, they simply have an advanced genetic system. That's all that it is. There's no value difference given. It's just simply advanced genetics. And these advanced genetics are here and seeded throughout our entire Earth and for a multitude of purposes. So getting back to what the Indigo 3 was, which I found out, and to be honest, I was having a hard time with it. But it all of a sudden did make real sense to some pieces to the puzzle of how my life had went. And then all of a sudden I felt so relieved. And here's why. Because I found out, I know it sounds crazy, but I found out that I was co-sharing a body, which is my physical body that I am in as Catalina, with a lower, not a lower, just a fallen angelic. And what a fallen angelic is simply a being who, has fallen from the law of one principles. Just the law of one principles within the universal systems. So the fallen angelic are often, carry some lower energy traits. So, and all of a sudden I realized that was one of the reasons why I was able to birth into the planet with my high energy frequencies, co-sharing a body with the lower fallen angelic, with the lower frequencies.
Where did you go? We lost you.
Oh.
There you are. You're back.
What do you mean? Oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you fine now. You just kind of zipped away on us.
Oh, okay. What was the last thing that I said that you heard?
You were talking about your angelic frequencies, and this is why you, with your high energy, that's where we lost you.
Okay. All right. So it must be a phone connection. All right. So, anyways, the angelic frequencies. Anyhow, with the fallen angelic, it made it easier for me to birth upon the planet because the planet at the time I was born wasn't ready for my frequencies. So anyhow, so that was very interesting news. And also what Indigo 3 is, it serves a purpose. And there's many beings who, carry this Indigo 3 contract, and it is for rehabilitation purposes. For the fallen angelic to come into the graces of being a part of the law of one principles and seeing how that goes. So it serves for a higher rehabilitation purpose. And this is a higher spiritual purpose. And believe you me, I didn't want to own this, but it is in fact my reality. So, and it's a little bit out there reality, though it is true.
I thought we hear the expression these days, indigo children. Am I correct in understanding that the only difference between an indigo child and a normal child is the advanced genetics?
Yes, simply an advanced genetics, meaning like part of their DNA. Some of the indigos come in with certain DNA strands completely intact. So many of the ones that are going to be born now, so I've read about and heard about, are ones that are coming in with the 6th DNA strand intact. Many others have the 4th DNA strand intact. So all of, the humans are reassembling their DNA and to get into their natural angelic human form. And then just the indigos simply just have certain DNA strands intact, which carry the certain frequencies, which helps assist others reassemble their frequencies. So that's what it is. And many of the indigos, there's the indigo 1, 2, and 3, and they are the indigo ones. They serve certain purposes like planetary purposes for the grid line structures. These are the crystalline grid lines and certain vortices, or we can say stargates, that are on our planet. There's certain regions around the globe that have certain frequencies, and many of the indigos are called forth to travel. They may be conscious of this, they may be not conscious of this, and to bring certain genetic codes to certain parts of the planet for healing. And that's more like of a global mission. Mm-hmm. And then there's another type of indigo where they are brought forth to help assist humanity, the individuals, meaning other beings. And you'll find these are the healers of our planet. So meaning, these are the ones who practice the Reiki. They do the energetic healings. You'll also find them in traditional professions too, like in the medical field. They're the beings who are there to be of service. And they're here to just fully, truly be of service to humanity. And they often, are in, work in healing individuals. And then there's the Indigo 3, which, is also, is co-sharing a body for rehabilitation purposes of a fallen angelic.
So tell me, how does a person know if they are a star being or not?
Well, that would be like, for instance, if someone would be attracted to your radio program. I'd like I said, they might very well be a star being. They're attracted to subjects of extraterrestrials, UFOs, angelics, these types of subjects. Mm-hmm. So that would be the first clue, and or deep spiritual studies that are along this line as well.
What are some of the exercises, the energetic exercises, Catalina, that one can utilize in order to protect their personal field of energy? Because in today's society, there are those who can suck the energy right out of you.
Yes, that is true. And I, Rob, experienced that a lot in my life.
So how do you protect yourself? Because you just abound with energy.
Uh-huh. Well, here's the thing. I have to, reinforce certain energetic fields around my particular body because many of the people who see that light, they don't understand it, and therefore they want to bring it down. And so that happened to me all through my life, and I got really tired of that. It was really harmful to me emotionally and spiritually and physically. So what one can do is put an energetic parameter around their body. I like to use the 12th dimensional shielding process. This is a Sirian technology. Sirian is simply technology from Sirius, which is a beautiful bright blue star out in our skies. And the Sirian technology is to bring forth a pale silver light frequency. So it's the pale silver light. It's a white light and a pure silver, which makes it a pale silver. And bring the pale silver light down through the central line of your body, so also known as the accipital line, which is the center line. It's an energy line straight through the middle. And bring a frequency cord down through and to about 1 foot below the feet. And then once you have the energy frequency cord about 1 foot below the feet, then you want to build a platform. And this is an energetic platform that one stands on. And I like to call it the angelical platform, or you can say your living ascended master platform, whatever you'd like to call it. It's all perfectly beautiful with me, but it's a platform that you stand on. And it is 4 foot diameter all the way around your body. So in a circular area, 4 feet all the way around. Then from your platform that you stand on, which is 1 foot below your feet, 4 feet all the way around, circle, you bring up the sides of the pillar. So you actually encapsulate yourself within a pillar of light.
Okay.
You bring that pillar up 3 feet above your head, and close it up at the top. You can close it up in a dome-like structure. You can go flat, however you want to do it. It's all perfectly good. And so this you can also equate to encapsulating your aura and protecting your aura, which is your energetic field. And your energetic field has a multitude of bodies in it. So these are very important to protect that area around your physical body.
All right, Catalina, we've got to take a commercial break, hon. Please stand by.
Okay.
Catalina is our special guest. What energy she has, Exonation. I can feel it all the way up here in Canada from Ventura Beach, California. Wow, talk about energy. She is an angelic counselor. We're glad that she's with us this hour. Her website, www.catalinasangels.com. That's www.catalinasangels.com. And Catalina and I will be back on the other side of this break as we do the wrap-up of tonight's show here in the X-Zone. Don't go away.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Hello, I'm Pete Marsh. With my daughter Justina, we will be presenting the new radio show, Too Good to Be True. If something seems too good to be true, it usually is. But with the help of Justina's amazing gifts, we're going to gain insight into questions that don't yet have complete answers. Have you wondered who built Stonehenge and for what reason? Why are crop circles found in the same region as Stonehenge and elsewhere? Are crop circles a hoax, or are they created with technologies that we have little knowledge of? Who built the pyramids in Egypt and also in other countries? How and why were they built? Was the Titanic switched with the Britannic as part of a gigantic insurance fraud, or for more insidious reasons? What caused the Tunguska event when trees were flattened over an 800 square mile area in Siberia? Will the new insights be too good to be true? Well, that will depend on what you are prepared to believe. Please join us as we start on this journey together. For more information on Too Good to Be True, visit www.xzbn.net.
Dreams are our personal gateways into infinite wisdom. Don't miss shamanic counselor and indigenously trained dream decoder Sandra Corcoran's inspiring book, Shamanic Awakening Between the Dark and the Daylight. This remarkable work chronicles Sandra's 35 years of experience with diverse wisdom keepers and her initiations throughout the Americas and across the British Isles, Turkey, Greece, and Egypt. Sandy's knowledge of symbology, psychology, and myth influence her dream blog and workshops. Sandy offers private tarot readings, international journeys, a meditative CD, as well as her book, Shamanic Awakening, to encourage you as you navigate this earth walk, creating a deeper connection to yourself and all that is. Find this and more at Sandy's website, starwalkervisions.com.
Welcome back, Exonation. Catalina is our special guest. Catalina is an angelic counselor. And first of all, Catalina, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a great pleasure talking to you. How can you help people being an angelic counselor? If somebody was to contact you, how could you help them?
Well, I assist people in a multitude of ways. I perform energetic light sessions, which is assisting people with their energetic bodies, recalibrating, sometimes doing like a quote psychic surgery. I also work with people and kind of like as a spiritual counselor, and I help them do emotional and mental clearing from themselves so they can get to a much purer space and release some things that have been held up, and then fill up their energetic system with pure frequencies. So that's another way that I assist people. And then I also have, a few products like a book and audios and things like this and a DVD. So if people like to receive through those means, they can receive that way as well.
You were telling me during the commercial break, you were laughing, and there's something very, I don't know how to explain it, about your laugh. And you were saying that you've actually recorded your laugh. It's available on an MP3 that helps people heal.
Yes. So I put together the laughing frequencies, and it is a track of laughter and story about the laughter. And it's called Divine Wavelengths, Laughter at its Finest. And this is an MP3 audio that I have available for people so they can heal through the laughing tones that I bring.
What does your family think of the wonderful work you're doing?
Well, I am not associated with my birth origin family. I grew up in one of those families for specific reasons, to break apart things that were not so pleasant here on Earth. And I broke those things apart, impinged my frequencies and my joy, and I had to disassociate because it was a very unhealthy situation for me to be in.
But you're sounding great. Life is being good to you, and I just wish you much success.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Do me a favor. Let our listeners know how they can contact you.
Okay. So you can go to www.catalinasangels.com, and there are free archived teleconferences for you to listen to. You can reach me via email. My phone number's there, and everything is there for you to see and receive.
Catalina, thank you very much for joining us. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to the next time you and I meet here in the X Zone.
Yay!
X Zone Nation, Catalina, Angelic Councillor, has been my guest this hour. I can really say now I've met an angel. See? My life is good. I met an angel who's got a great laugh. Love the energy. I'll be back tomorrow night at 10 o'clock as once again we cross the time-space continuum to this place that I call the X Zone. Remember, take care of each other, and if you have a child at home, give them a hug, give them a kiss, because the children of today are the leaders of tomorrow. And always, always keep your eyes to the sky and your heart to the light. Good night now.